Hi. In the last video, we learned how to make an Ark of the Covenant using a piano bench. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the mercy seat on top of the Ark. Before I show you how to make the mercy seat itself, let's review what God told Moses in the construction of the mercy seat. First of all, there are two angels, or cherubim as they're called. They have hammered gold wings. They are spread out and touching each other and facing each other. To make the cherubim, all you need to do really is to go and buy some angel wings. Angel wings are pretty easy to come by at Halloween, but certainly any time of year. And the reason that I love to use angel wings is that they are usually posable. Find the kind that will stay where you put them. Size is important. If you are using a piano bench, you need to find angel wings that have a wingspan of 24 inches and a top to bottom height of 15 inches. Those fit perfectly on top of a standard size piano bench, allowing them to touch in the middle. Now, obviously you need two of these to make your mercy seat. I'm only going to make one, but you'll get the idea. Once you've made one, you can make two. So the first thing is you'll want to cut off any elastic that is on here that they use for the costumes for kids to wear. Unnecessary, don't need it. So just cut those pieces of elastic off. Now, the question becomes, how do we make this look like hammered gold? So the best way to do this is to use fabric stiffener so that the feathers stay exactly where you want them and they don't feather or fan out. This is a feather that has been stiffened and spray painted, and as you can see, it's very stiff. It's not fraying at all. What you want to do is get some Mod Podge. Mod Podge is great for paper, but it's also wonderful for feathers. But we're going to add to that Mod Podge Stiffy. So this will create a very stiff and strong feather. We're going to mix them in equal parts, fabric stiffener and Mod Podge. Now, if you're wondering where to get angel wings, angel feathers, I'm going to put a link down in the comments where I purchased mine. This particular set I bought after Halloween at a clearance sale. There's a whole different wide range of quality to them. So go ahead and make sure that every feather is saturated with the Mod Podge and the stiffener, and then let it set overnight. Our feathers have been drying overnight, and so now let's finish up the mercy seat. As you can see, these are really hard. This is the way you want it. You don't want any movement at all on your feathers. That takes about 24 hours to dry. 48 hours is even better. Once you're done with that, you're going to spray paint it. And I spray painted this side to give you an idea of what it looks like. You're going to need several coats of a metallic gold spray paint. And it might take almost a whole can to do just one set of wings. The reason is you need to make sure that you get into all the nooks and crannies and edges and sides. There shouldn't be any white showing anywhere. As you can see here, there is a wooden base that the wings slip into. There's a groove here that the wings slip into. This is made with a piece that looks something like this. And you can see the space here for the wings to slip in. This can be made out of many materials though. It doesn't have to be wood. And let me show you how to make it using foam board. So what I did is I took this pattern and I traced it onto foam board. This is probably 1/8 of an inch thick. You can get them thicker. The thicker the better, really. Now what you will use is some sort of X-Acto knife or cutter. It's pretty simple. Just give it a few slices. Doesn't have to be exact, doesn't have to be perfect. And once you've cut them all out, you can see that it kind of pops out. You might need to go back and help it along. You can use scissors, but I have found that scissors really crinkle this, and it doesn't look quite as clean. So there's one. I'm not going to take the time to do all of them. You can trim up, you go back with the scissors and trim up the sides to make them smooth. And this is going to be part of your base. I did 4 of these pieces just to give it some extra stability and thickness. And so you can see how there are 2 of the larger pieces and 4 of the smaller pieces. And what we will do now is we will glue these together. If you are using foam board instead of wood, I have a few pointers for you. Remember that foam is very temporary. It will not last long. But if you stabilize it well enough, it will last long enough. Use popsicle sticks or other pieces of thin wood between each layer for extra stability. The thinner the foam board, the more layers you will need. The neck, where the wings slip in, is the weakest point. And so if you're using only a few pieces of foam board, you might need some stability pieces in order for it to be strong enough for the wings to hold upright. E6000 is a great glue, but it does tend to melt foam. So use thin layers for best results. And finally, binder clips work well to hold pieces together while they are drying. The next step is to add the wings. Straighten out your wings and just slip them right in. You might need to add some glue on the inside. So right here and here, and then press the angel wings up on it. That might give you some extra stability. This will need to be glued onto your mercy seat. Obviously, before you add the wings are going to add some weight. So you'll want to glue this onto your mercy seat first. Just before you glue this on, make sure that your wings fit. Because if it doesn't, if you're using foam board particularly, it's easy to just go ahead with your knife and make some more room for it. If you're using wood, same idea. Just go back in and create some more room. But once you're confident that the wings are going to fit, then go ahead and glue this onto your mercy seat. This is Becky from Experience the Bible Creatively, reminding you that props are always better than paper.